Welcome to Placid News TV. Watch this fearless, courageous, and powerful message to Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu, President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share.
Letter to President Bola Tinubu on Matsi Nnamdi Kanu. Your Excellency, permit me to extend my deepest commendations for the strides your administration has taken thus far in navigating the turbulent waters of governance. Leadership, especially in a nation as complex as ours, is no small burden, and the weight of expectation is heavy. Yet, your administration has taken intentional steps towards repositioning Nigeria, which is grappling with economic realities, security concerns, and the age-old question of national unity. Many of us still believe in the promise of your presidency, that you will be the statesman who rises above the politics of expediency and steers Nigeria toward justice, equity, and reconciliation. But history beckons, Your Excellency. A moment presents itself, one so rare, so profound, that how you respond will define your legacy for generations to come. I write to you with an urgent appeal, not merely as a citizen, but as a witness to the echoes of our past and the shadows they continue to cast upon our present. This is an appeal for justice, healing, and national redemption. An appeal for the immediate and unconditional release of Matsi Nnamdi Kanu through the instrument of the presidential prerogative of mercy. Mr. President, we are living in a time when history is finally unveiling itself. The recent publication of a journey in service by former head of state, General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, has shattered a long-held falsehood, one that has been used for decades to justify the marginalization and persecution of the Igbo nation. For years, the January 15, 1966 coup has been branded an Igbo coup, a narrative carefully woven to sow discord, distrust, and division. But General Babangida, an elder statesman who lived through that era, has now set the record straight. The coup, as he revealed, was not an ethnic conspiracy but an ideological revolt against corruption and political decay. Its architects sought to cleanse Nigeria of misgovernance, with the intent of placing Chief Obafemi Awolowo, a Yoruba statesman, as head of state. Yet this truth was buried beneath propaganda. The coup was twisted into an ethnic agenda, inflaming tensions that culminated in the Civil War, a war in which over 3 million Biafrans perished. This single distortion of history has fueled decades of marginalization, distrust, and resentment. In the aftermath, those who bore the brunt of this falsehood were never compensated, never reintegrated, and never truly accepted as equal stakeholders in the Nigerian project. It is this unaddressed historical injustice that gave birth to men like Matsi Nnamdi Kanu. Your Excellency, let us speak the truth without fear. Matsi Nnamdi Kanu is not in detention because he is a criminal. He is in detention because Nigeria has refused to confront its past. He is the voice of a people who have, for too long, felt unheard, unseen, and unwanted. His incarceration is not merely his burden to bear. It is the burden of an entire generation that has grown disillusioned with a country that refuses to acknowledge its wounds. Keeping him in prison does not solve the problem. It deepens it. His prolonged detention fuels the insecurity in the southeast, emboldens radical elements, and entrenches the perception that Nigeria is a country unwilling to embrace reconciliation. But there is a path forward, a path that only a leader with the heart of a statesman can walk. Grant him his freedom, and you will not only be liberating a man, you will be opening the door to healing a broken region. Beyond the release of Matsi Nnamdi Kanu, there are steps your administration can take to cement its legacy as one that chose unity over division, healing over resentment, and justice over convenience. Declare May 31st a national day of remembrance. The Civil War remains a wound in our national psyche. Millions perished, yet their memory is left unhonored, their sacrifices unrecognized. Let us have a day where Nigeria bows its head in solemn remembrance, not in blame, not in bitterness, but in truth. Reintegrate the Igbos as equal stakeholders. The Southeast, despite its contributions to national development, remains politically marginalized. Let this era be one in which that injustice is corrected, not as a favor, but as a recognition of their rightful place in the country they helped build. Tackle the root causes of agitation. The call for self-determination is not born of malice. It is born of frustration. A restructured Nigeria, where no region feels like a mere appendage, will not only end these agitations, but will unlock the full potential of our diverse nation. Restore stability and economic growth in the Southeast. The Southeast, once a commercial powerhouse, has been destabilized by insecurity, an insecurity that has worsened with Kanu's continued detention. His release will de-escalate tensions, encourage dialogue, and ultimately boost Nigeria's economy as the region reclaims its place as a hub of commerce and industry. Your Excellency, leaders are remembered not for the problems they inherited, but for how they chose to resolve them. The decision before you is not merely political, it is a moral reckoning. To release Matsi Nnamdi Kanu is to say to the world, Nigeria is ready to heal. It is to demonstrate that your presidency is one of justice, wisdom, and unity. This is your moment to etch your name alongside leaders who chose courage over fear, reconciliation over vendetta, and nation-building over political expediency. History watches. May Chiaku grant you the wisdom to see, the courage to act, and the legacy that endures beyond time. Yours in the service of truth and justice.
Defend my